Celtic smash 5 past St Johnstone. Aberdeen dump Hearts at Hampden. And now Hibs are dreaming of Europe. At Ibrox, Mourinho is back in the spotlight. And Igamane's exit talk is heating up. Hearts face Lawrence Shankland injury sweat as Aberdeen knock at Hampden spark hamstring fears. Subscribe now. When we hit 1,000 subs, one lucky fan bags their favorite Spfl shirt. Let's go! It's official. Celtic have booked their spot in yet another Scottish Cup final after absolutely dismantling St Johnstone by 5 goals. 0-0 in a performance that looked more like a training ground masterclass than a semi-final at Hampden. The Hoops were ruthless, relentless, and downright ridiculous at times, and the scoreline could have been even more brutal. Callum McGregor got things ticking with a thumping opener on 34 minutes before Dazen Maeda popped up with a quick-fire brace. One of them just seconds before the halftime whistle. Adam Ida made it 4 right after the restart. And then Joe Felipe capped off the demolition job with a classy finish on 67 minutes. It was dominance from start to finish, with Celtic flexing their full attacking might and barely breaking a sweat. With Aberdeen edging Hearts in extra time the day before, we now know the final pairing. It's Aberdeen versus Celtic at Hampden. And if recent form's anything to go by, the Dons might want to start praying early. But for Hibs fans, who might have thought their Scottish Cup interest was long dead, there's still plenty at stake. The outcome of that final has serious implications for their European ambitions next season. If Celtic lift the cup, and let's be honest, based on tonight's showing, that feels all but inevitable that Europa League playoff round spot drops into the Premiership table and goes to the team finishing third. Right now, that's Hibs to lose. But if Aberdeen pull off a miracle in the final, Hibs could be looking at a far trickier path through the second qualifying round instead. It's a huge swing that could define their entire preseason and financial outlook. So here's the burning question for the comments. Should Hibs fans swallow their pride and actually cheer for Celtic in the Scottish Cup final, just to secure European group stage football next season? Or is that simply a step too far, no matter what's on the line? Right. Let's unpack what's just happened to Hearts at Hampden and why Lawrence Shankland's injury could be a nightmare on top of a very forgettable afternoon. So, there they were, slugging it out with Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup semi-final. And when they needed a moment of leadership, it was their skipper who stepped up. Lawrence Shankland, the talisman, fired in the equalizer to haul Hearts back into the game. But from hero to heartbreak, his day unraveled fast. Late into extra time, Shankland pulled up and not in celebration. What at first looked like a nasty cramp is now feared to be a hamstring issue. And if that's confirmed in the next 48 hours, Hearts could be without their main man just as they slide into the bottom half of the split. Imagine the timing. Not only are they out the cup, now they might lose their top scorer for the run-in. He gave it a go, mind you. Tried to push through it. But the body had other ID, and he was forced off from Musa Drama in the dying stages. Now, add a bit more salt to the wound. Shankland is in the final months of his contract. No extension sorted yet. If this injury turns out to be more than a twinge, it could not only impact Hearts' end to the season, but potentially stall or complicate any summer move or renewal. Meanwhile, Aberdeen march on to the final at the National Stadium. So, let me throw this one to you. Should Hearts offer Shankland a new deal right now, despite this potential injury, or wait to see how serious it is before deciding on his future? Let me know what you reckon. The hunt for the next Rangers manager has taken a twist so dramatic, it will give Netflix a run for its money. Team Talk sources are now saying that not only is a Steven Gerrard comeback on the cards, but none other than Jose Mourinho could be eyeing the Ibrox hot seat. You heard that right. The special one? At Ibrox, Rangers have had a season to forget, languishing 15 points behind Celtic and still nursing the bruises from domestic and European stumbles. Felipe Clement's sacking was no shock, and while Barry Ferguson stepped in for now, it's looking more and more like a temporary fix rather than the club's long-term vision. Steven Gerrard, who brought Rangers their famous unbeaten title win in 2021, is reportedly keen on a return, this time with fresh ownership in the shape of the San Francisco 49ers set to take control. Gerrard would expect far greater backing in the transfer market than he had first time round. And it sounds like the 49ers haven't forgotten what he did for the club. But here's the real headline grabber. Mourinho. According to insiders, the legendary Portuguese manager wouldn't turn down a call from Rangers, provided the board give him the tools to build a squad his way. We're talking about a man who's lifted 26 major trophies and won everything from the Champions League to league titles across Europe, while he's still in the dugout at Fenerbahce chasing the Turkish title. Mourinho's public comments suggest he's not exactly welded to Istanbul long-term. And if the 49ers are serious about shaking up Scottish football and truly challenging Celtic's dominance, appointing Mourinho will be the boldest statement possible. So here's the big one for the comment. If you're in charge at Ibrox with the 49ers money behind you, who are you giving the keys to? Is it the club legend Gerrard or the global icon Mourinho? Or would you rip it all up and bring in someone else altogether? Let me know what you think. Hamza Igamane, a player who split opinions all season, now right at the center of fresh transfer talk and possibly heading for a blockbuster summer. Despite falling out of favor at the most crucial point of Rangers' European campaign, with Barry Ferguson opting to bench him for both legs against Bilbao, interest in Igamane is heating up across Europe. We're talking names like Everton, Newcastle, Spurs, and now apparently Marseille. And here's the kicker: some reports are floating a fee as high as £20 million. Let's take a step back. Igamane was Rangers' second highest goal scorer in the league this season, just behind Cyril Dessers. 11 goals in the Premiership, plus a few more in Europe, including that late winner against Celtic that had the whole of Ibrox bouncing. And yet, come Bilbao, he's starting on the bench. That decision alone has raised a few eyebrows, and Derek Ferguson reckons it's pretty telling. He says the talent is clear, but the dip in form might explain the recent snub. Even so, Ferguson believes Igamane's ceiling is still high, and if he stays at Ibrox, there's plenty more to come. But here's the real Rangers dilemma. Keep him, build around him, or cash in while his stock is still rising. Because let's not forget, this is a club that's been criticized for letting talent leave on the cheap for years. If someone's ready to drop an 8-figure offer, it might be hard to say no, especially with a new manager incoming and the 49ers ownership looking to refresh the squad. So here's what I want to ask you. If a club puts £20 million on the table for Igamane, do Rangers take the deal? Or should they do everything they can to build around him next season? And don't forget, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that mark, we're giving away a shirt of your favorite SPFL team to one lucky subscriber. So hit that subscribe button. Drop your team in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. I post videos every day talking about our Scottish football. See you soon.